This beautiful crochet shawl is a top-down construction. It makes a large triangle where we start small, and with increases we grow larger and larger as we go. It's called Molten Lava, and you can get the free pattern link in the video description. In the last video we started at the beginning, and now in this video I'm going to show you how we finish it. What I mean is that we're going to do the edging. Isn't that beautiful? I designed it to mimic the lace pattern in the stitch pattern and just be a little more exaggerated because edgings have a lot of flair, and I feel like they should be a little bit bigger than the actual stitch pattern. So let's get started. I ended up doing a little bit bigger of a swatch than I showed in the last video just so we had more room to work the edging, and I did this portion in Be So Brave yarn, which is my worsted weight, completely American made merino wool in colorway Everglades, and I'm going to do the edging in colorway Waves of Grain for contrast to help you see what we're doing. You want to join the yarn to your crochet hook, and then we're going to start where we left off on the last row of the shawl, and we're going to join it with a slip stitch. If you were doing this all in one color, obviously you would just be set up from finishing your last row. Okay, so the first row of the edging begins with a chain 3. Let me scroll up to the pattern here, and we're going to work 6 more double crochets in that same stitch, which means it'll count as 7 double crochets because the chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to chain 5, single crochet into the top of the cluster, chain 5, and then in the center chain of our next chain 5 space, we're going to work 7 double crochets. You notice how this is a little bit different than the actual pattern row that we did throughout the shawl. We did 5 double crochets, but to start accommodating for the extra stitches we're going to need in the edging, we're increasing on this first row of the edging. 5, 6, 7, 1, chain 5, single crochet in the top of the next cluster stitch, chain 5. I'll also put a link in the video description to link back to the first pattern, our first video also. And then we're going to work 7 double crochets in the next center chain of the chain 5 space. So anybody just catching up now, I will send you the link. I will show you the link to get started on this beautiful shawl. Chain 5, single crochet in the top of the cluster, chain 5, 7 double crochets in the center chain of the next chain 5 space, single crochet in the top of the next cluster, chain 5, okay, and now we're at our center one, where we normally put 15 double crochets, and for the corner we're still going to do 15 double crochets. Okay, so now we're going to chain 5, single crochet in the top of the next cluster, chain 5, and 7 double crochets in the center chain of the next chain 5 space. You want to repeat this all the way across, same as we did the first half of the shawl and of this row of the shawl, and then I'll show you how to do the next row of the edging. Okay, so this is what the first row of the edging should look like. And now we'll get started on the second row of the edging. This one's pretty simple. We're going to be doubling all of our stitches. What I mean by that is we start with a chain 3 and we're going to work a double crochet in the very same stitch. Then in each of the next 6 stitches we're going to work 2 double crochets each. Okay, then we're going to single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, and then work 2 double crochets in each double crochet. And that's what we're going to do across this entire row. We're going to work single crochet in a chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in a chain 5 space, and 2 double crochets in each double crochet across this whole row. This is what you should look like at the end of the second edging row. And remember, it's going to look a little ruffly right now because we haven't blocked anything yet. Okay, so now we're getting ready to start our third and final edging row. And at this point, if you were going to bead this row, this is when you would break the yarn and thread all of your beads onto it. We're not going to be beading for today's demonstration. We're going to start with a chain 5 and work a 4 double treble cluster over the next 4 stitches, and that's yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2, yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2, yarn over your hook 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2. We now have 5 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops at the same time. We're going to do a chain 4 picot, which is to chain 4, and slip stitch into the 4th chain from your hook. That's the picot. And then we're going to chain 5 and slip stitch into the same stitch we worked the last leg of the cluster stitch in. I'm going to set that down so you can see what it looks like. Okay, first petal is done. We're now going to chain 5. Whoops, sorry. We're now going to slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 5, and we're going to work a 5 double treble cluster over the next 5 stitches. So we're going to yarn over 3 times, insert our hook in the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2. So basically this is the same thing we did over here, but we did it 4 times, and we're going to do it 5 times now. Yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2. Yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2. Yarn over your hook 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2. One more. yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and through 2. We now have 6 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 6 loops on the hook, chain 4, slip stitch to create a chain 4 picot into the 4th chain from your hook, chain 5, and slip stitch into the same stitch we worked the last leg of the cluster stitch. And I'll set that down so you can now see our second petal is done. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, so for our third petal, we're going to do the same exact way we did the second petal, and that's slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 5, yarn over 3 times. We're going to do a 5 double treble cluster. Yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and through 2. Yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and through 2. Yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and through 2. Yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and through 2. Yarn over your hook 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and through 2. We now have 5 double trebles partially completed, 6 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 6 loops, chain 4, slip stitch into the 4th chain from your hook to create a picot, chain 5, and slip stitch into the same stitch that we worked the last leg of the cluster stitch, and single crochet in the chain 5 space. Slip stitch into the very next double crochet, and we're ready to start all over with our repeat. I'm going to set this down so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so each of our side pieces is going to have 3 petals, or three of the clusters, and then when we get to the center, I'll show you on the finished shawl, we're going to have 6. So you can see, you recognize these now. We have our 3 petals over each of those big areas of shells of double crochets, and then in the corner we have 6 petals. Don't forget to follow along with the pattern and chart, both available on my website. The link to both is in the video description. There's also information on both of these yarns, Be So Fine, Fingering Weight Bamboo, and Be So Brave, 100% American Merino Wool, and all sorts of other things on my website. All the links are in the video description.